Hello, welcome to another Gundam Battle Operation 2 video. Man, my throat just got really garbly there. Hey, that's the Z2. Or the Zeta 2, I think. I'll call it Z2, that's what's called here. And yeah, I got some initial thoughts here. I have two matches here. I both used the Zeta beam rifle because, for reasons I'll specify, in the weapons, but, yeah, this first match here, I had so many goddamn terrible ass, no good matches. I'm like Judy B out here, no good anything. And then this team rolls up, 2 supports, 2 raids at 650 space. I almost just fucking shit a hole through my pants. But somehow this team won compared to the other. Like, we had like a full meta team and we just did jack shit. This team worked. And I'm using the 600 suit, and this is 650, which can show you how good this suit can be, by the way, even though I completely just fuck everything up this match, or get interrupted. Next match I tested out in Brawl because there wasn't a 600 match. They just wanted you to play 600 Brawl because that sounds really fucking fun, you know? But yeah. The Z2. Let's see what we got going on here. Of course, I already said I have level 1 600. There is 650. It has, going stats off from the level 1, 16,500 HP. You get 24 ballistic and beam resistance, 18 melee resistance, 45 range strength, 15 melee strength, and then 135 speed. And, I think that, they increase a little bit whenever you're in space. It is space compatible, I believe, and it works it works really well in space. I also forgot to mention, to make this match even more stupid, was that I forgot to set up to where my Zeta beam rifle's melee attachment wasn't on any quick swap, so I had to switch to my beam rifle then my melee. That sucked, but I got the job done in some areas. But yeah, and then for slots you have 10 close range slots, 16 mid range slots, and then 18 long range slots. For primary weapons, you have the clay bazooka times 2, which you're gonna start out with. If you don't have the Zeta, then you don't get the Zeta beam rifle. And that has 1,300 damage for each bazooka, or each shot. 8 rounds, which you use 2 of each, and then 350 range, which yeah, that's a pretty strong weapon for high cost, because high cost ballistic damage is not ballistic defense is not very common. There's very few suits that can tank a whole bunch. You'll see, no, I think it was in the first match where I shot a Humbrabi with the bazookas, and it did 4,500 damage. The Humbrabi has 10 ballistic defense, by the way. So yeah, it can do really good in high cost. Or you can have the Zeta 2 clay bazooka, which is the shrapnel versions, which I have no idea. I don't have those. They're gacha only, so you have to get those as well. But they are 180 damage per pellet, 12 rounds, and 300 range. Those might be pretty good if, depending on how many pellets in each shot, and you shoot both of those, that might, even if it doesn't stun, that's a lot of damage. Or you can have, the Zeta Gundam beam rifle, 2,000 damage, 6 rounds, 450 range. And, the Zeta 2 or the Z2 beam saber, which does 2,300 damage. The beam rifle works just like the Zeta's beam rifle. It stuns, and you get a melee option with it. Which in the secondary weapons, you only have one secondary weapon unless you get the beam rifle. You have the Z2 Mega Beam Rifle, which does 2,400 damage, 75% heat rate, 400 range, and you can charge it, and when you charge it, it does penetrate. Sadly, when you transform, it's not like the Ashima or the Gapfly, where it doesn't carry over the same... No, it doesn't carry over the same heat rate, so you're stuck with the, if you overheat your weapon in mobile suit mode, then you transform, it's still going to be overheated. And then of course your shrapnel bazookas also carry over the same ammo. And then, you know, you got the long beam saber from the Zeta's beam rifle, which is 2,300 damage, and yeah. I decided to use that for both of these matches because the idea of that interested me. With the shrapnel bazookas, this thing plays like a Methus. In a way, this is really just a balanced Methus. It does the shrapnel bazooka combo, go into your beam rifle. Instead of doing 3 massive power shots, you do one single good damage shot, and then you can go in your melee or not. But I went for the beam saber because I have a little bit more to do, you know, in case I overheat my weapons, or I can do a melee combo. I would still prefer to use the shrapnel bazookas for myself personally for like mid-range engagements. But if you're a melee person, you like your melee combos, and you like moving around space, definitely go with the Zeta beam rifle. Just be aware that you're not going to do as much melee damage as the Zeta Gundams, especially since this thing has no bio booster, and then also you have no ballistic damage going for you. So you have to work a little bit more harder for damage. I say a little bit. But that's what the beam saber is there for. You got skills. You got a single dodge roll. You got some leg buffers. You also got a buffer for your back there. You have damage control, which carries over from the Methus. Flight control 2. You have balancers, ambac, force injectors level 2. You have some radar 2. And then, you know, of course, melee. You can transform, of course. And then I'm looking at this. Oh, well, I was stupid enough to look at the mobile armor mode and go, whoa, it has blast stabilizer and shock dampeners? It already... all the transforming suits that don't have that as supports. But yeah, I thought for a second it said blast stabilizer on the mobile suit. And I was like, holy shit. Even though it's like more mid-range, but no. Yeah, so this thing, it's not the best suit, but it is very good. I like playing it. I like the design of it. You know, the mobile suit mode is kind of weird to look at, but I'm just trying to figure out how to say fall back for now. You can see me just running into shit in the match there. But, yeah, somehow we just won that. I have no fucking clue how. Oh my god. But yeah, you can totally see this suit. With the shrapnel bazooka, it's meant to be a range fighter, mid-range fighter. It doesn't have much in melee defense or strength, so obviously you don't want to be too close in melee. If you want to go for a melee build, it has enough slots to do that. And, hey, mission complete. Go over that real fast. How did we do that, 650? I'll never know. Well, there's one reason. Our support was doing fucking work. He's gonna get praised for that. And the full armor Hakushiki's really damn good, by the way. And hey, second place, 5 and 3. Even though this is a 600 cost suit, usually 600 cost suits going into 650 can get dookied on. There's only a few that can carry over. And here we are with the Brawl match. Brawl match is weird with the suit because there's a lot of melee engagements, but I did do a melee build for this. Except for the melee defense part. So I just went for melee damage. And I'm just gonna miss completely this dude and then just get fucked over. A lot of people also want to attack lower cost people avoid the first 3 places for a little bit. they attack somebody else instead. It's really weird. But yeah, you can see the beam saber there. It's really, really helpful, I'd say. It can keep it... It has more of a presence with that secondary melee for combos. But, you know, there are ups and downs for having both weapons, you know. Shrapnel Bazooka, of course, you do more damage, naturally. And you can do range combos, you know. Of course, with this, you have 2 melee suits going on. And because of you hovering, you actually have more reach than a regular Zeta. Because imagine your neutral swing. The Zeta's neutral swing is already big enough. Now imagine you hovering towards somebody and using that. You get a little bit more leverage using your because of your hovering. So you'll do a you'll hit somebody and they won't process it. You know. Hey, I'm gonna steal that kill, and then I'm gonna try and fight this Ashimar, and then you'll realize that I am a stupid fuck because I try to shoot him. And I pull out my melee instead in side swing. I deserve to get fucking killed there. But yeah, it's not. Again, it's not a crazy suit. There's nothing super duper crazy about it. It doesn't have bio booster, but it does fit in quite nicely at 600. 650 can be a little bit hard, which I guess I'm going into weaknesses now. For weaknesses, obviously maneuver armor is going to be an issue fighting against. I believe I haven't fully got a chance to see because the match has just been chaotic and I've just been having crap matches, but I believe shrapnel bazooka into an uncharged beam shot can stop maneuver armor, possibly. So there's that. If not, just make sure you're shooting with a teammate. You're eventually gonna get it. And yeah, look at that damage on that ballroom. That's pretty good. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna get damage or the kill, but oh well. And somebody wants to be fighting me here in a second. Yeah, Mister, you looking at me, Mr. Ballroom? When I'm gonna fuck you up. That's a dodge roll. So now I'm just gonna doo-doo on you. 3,000 damage on that neutral swing. Yeah, he's dead. And I believe a Humbrabi's gonna try and come up on me, which is like, dude, you just witnessed me murder a raid. What are you doing, son? And well, I try to run away. It's like, or walk away, not run away. That means I'm afraid of him. But no, he still wants some. It's like, okay, you about to figure out why I'm in third place. There's another neutral swing. Missed the downswing too high, but hey, we followed up on him. And yeah, that's what I'm talking about with that hover. I did that neutral a little bit early, and I slid into him and took him out. And yeah, of course, you've got some transformation here. And it does penetrate the same way. The beam rifle works the same way as it does when you're in mobile suit mode. So you can penetrate people. When you're ramming into them, you shoot them, then ram into them. Hey, I got first place by surviving, but that's gonna change soon. But yeah, I believe I was going with something where, yeah, it slots into 600 very nicely. And I believe it can work pretty well for 650, as you saw from that last match. It can work really well for 6v6. You can have that one extra person just being the mid-range firing squad, you know. For some reason, nobody's going after the top three except for each other. So let's change that. Oh yeah, this guy noticed though. That's good. I do believe. Oh, so yeah, weaknesses. That's what we're getting into. Yeah, weaknesses. Maneuver armor is an issue. Especially at 650, and that can be a really huge downside for this suit, is fighting people at 650, because there's a lot of suits that do a lot of melee damage. Basically, they can fight the suit all day, every day. The O, the Toad Stritter, there's some other ones I'm thinking about. I'm pretty sure the Doven Wolf can fight this, even though it's not really a melee suit, but it's because of the shock dampeners. And so you have to be very careful because of its low melee resistance. And of course, it doesn't have what the Ashmore or the Gatflea has, where it doesn't. Why am I fucking up this phrase? Like, I'm trying to visualize me saying this. It doesn't share. It doesn't separate its. There we go. It doesn't separate its weaponry when in transformation mode. So you're stuck with the same. If you overheat in transformation mode as well. So you have to be very careful. But you know, if you do save up a little bit, you can fly after somebody and gun them down like this. The Ashmar just landed, and we're gonna fire at him, get some points. Which, yeah, you can also use the Zeta beam rifle when in transformation mode as well. Hey, first place again. That's not gonna last too long. because Brawl, I believe I said before, it heavily favors melee suits a lot. And this suit's not geared towards melee because I didn't put any melee defense on it. Which, yeah, that's definitely a huge downside, even though I already talked about it. But yeah, there's a lot of suits that do really good melee damage at this cost. And this suit has 15, which, yeah, people can run up on it and doo-doo on it. You just have to be very careful. The beam rifle is also pretty slow to get fully charged. I feel like it needs to charge a little bit faster, but I'm fine with it. The Zeta long beam saber, after you use it once, it kind of takes a while to ready up, but I think that's how it is on the Zeta Gundam as well. When you used it on the Zeta Gundam, there we go. And let's see if we can get any other kills in this last minute here. But yeah, the positives are you do a lot of good range damage. You can lay down cover fire. Both of its weapons work really well with the suit. I haven't tried the Shrapnel Bazooka because I haven't got it yet, but from what I've heard, people think it's really good for this suit. Yeah, you get the double shrapnel, the double clay bazooka, which do a lot of damage, and of course you get the Zeta beam rifle, which lets you stun lock easier, and you get another melee option out of it, so that's pretty good. Man, 7th place, what are we gonna do? We're gonna have to find one of these top 3 and kill them. Oh man. Hey, I get an assist though. Okay, that assist just jumped me up to 4th place. I'm fine with that actually. And I believe I just completely balls up this section where I throw out a neutral and I don't immediately follow up, and that's gonna get me countered. And I could be using that for a little bit more damage, but I do believe I get top damage anyway, so oh well. I tried to say good work, but that doesn't work in this mode. But yeah, hey, top damage, and 5 and 5. Looks like first place did all right with his MS kills and MS loss. Oh, okay, never mind. Apparently he got top MS loss, even though I lost more. I don't know how that works, but it's whoever dies the least. I'm fucking retarded. But yeah, that's the Z2 or the Zeta 2, whichever you like to describe it. Very good suit. Not the best suit out there, but you know, if you want a pretty good suit just to fire at people with, this is your suit. You just want a okay suit. Not even okay. It's better than okay. It's got great damage potential, and that can be really helpful. In space, it's definitely really good in space. Especially if you know how to melee combo. That second melee option can work wonders. If you don't forget to put it on a quick squap like I did. I still don't know how we won that match. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe if you want. I'd really appreciate it. And, you know, type up in the comment section what you feel about the Z2. Do you like it? Do you hate it? I like it. I quite like it, actually. I like the look of it. I like the weapons. It has a small amount of weapons, but it just feels like a very balanced Methus. If you get beat by this, like in a 1v1, you'll probably go, oh wow, that guy was pretty good. You know? You're not gonna go, oh what the fuck, he shot me once, or technically 3 times. I lost over half my goddamn health. What the fuck? So yeah, this suit's gonna be really good. And yeah, with that, I'll see you guys later. Bye.